Hey everybody, Mrs. Chevron again. Today we're going to do a little origami. Now, origami is the Japanese art of paper folding. And today we are going to fold a sheet of paper into a bookmark. Now, it's not going to be an ordinary bookmark. This is a corner bookmark. So, this is a book that I grabbed, but a corner bookmark is one that you just put in the corner of your book page to hold your spot. Okay, all that you need is a sheet of paper, but your sheet of paper has to be square. Now, most sheets of paper are not square, they're a rectangle. So what I did is I took my rectangle sheet of paper and I measured, or tried my best to measure, to make sure that I had a square piece, and all I did is cut off the extra at the end. So instead of being a rectangle, now it's a square. So you may need to use a ruler and you may need some scissors to make sure that you have a piece of paper that's square. Okay, now my paper today is special paper because not only is it red on this side, but the back is green. Very cool. So hopefully when I fold it, you'll be able to tell what I'm folding and where my pieces are going. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to turn it this direction, and we are going to take one corner and fold it over to the other corner. Now, it's really important to make sure that you match up your corners when you're doing origami folding, and to make sure your creases are nice and sharp. So use a fingernail or a pencil or scissors to make it nice and tight. Okay, so I'm going to take this corner here and I'm going to fold it down to my next corner. So I'm going to match them up, and I'm going to lay mine on the table here so I can make a nice sharp crease. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. I have a little trick. Now you'll see, apparently Mrs. Chevron did not do a perfect job of measuring and cutting my piece of paper, because you can see when I matched up my corners and folded, do you see that some of my green's poking through? Here's what you're going to do. This is the tip. You're going to take your scissors and you can just trim off that little piece, and then it will be a perfect square. So I'm just going to take my scissors here and do a little trimming so that my piece is actually a square. Maybe you did a really awesome job to start with and your piece is perfect, but mine was not. Same on the other side. I have a little green, so I'm just going to fix it up a little bit. You know, I'm human. I'm a teacher. I make mistakes. Not everything's perfect. But for this, we want to try to get it as close as we can. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so now we have our triangle shape. We are going to take one of the corners on the bottom, and we are going to fold it up to the top. And we're going to match up the corners here, and we're going to fold this down. So I'm going to put mine down. Remember to make it nice and tight. Use your fingernail or something to make a nice sharp crease. Now the same thing. I'm going to take this other corner, and I'm also going to put it right up at the top. And when we do this, it should line up right next to the other side. Okay, I'm going to put mine down so I can fold it on the table. Ooh, there we go. All right, so all we did is we had our triangle, and we did a fold up and a fold up. They should be right next to each other, lined up like this. Okay? All right, now I'm going to unfold it. So I'm back to my triangle, and I'm going to take this top point, just the part on the inside. So my outside paper here is going to stay up. My inside paper point, I'm going to fold it down, 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 all the way until it touches the bottom here. And I'm going to make a crease right here. So this is where I'm going to fold it. So I press down and fold. There we have. Okay. So all I did was take the top, fold it down to the bottom. Okay. Now we're going to take our bottom corners, and we are going to fold it back up how it was, but this time I'm going to take the corner and I'm going to fold it inside. It's like a little pocket in here that we just made. So I'm going to take this corner and fold it inside that little pocket as far down as it will go. And then once it's folded down, I'm going to make a nice crease here right across the top, okay? Well, it didn't look real good doing it up in the air. Let me put it on the table and try. There we go. That's a little better. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Take the corner down here and lift it up. Now I'm going to go through this little pocket, put that corner inside, and I'm going to push it down, 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 down. Very carefully. And then once it's all the way down, then we're going to press. And make it nice and sharp on that crease. And there, your edges are tucked inside of that little pocket. And when you're reading your book and you need to take a break and you need a bookmark, that is where your page goes. So it just goes right on the corner like that. Now what you can do with your bookmark is you can decorate it. Now you can just add designs and color on the front and the back here. Or what I have had kids do in the past is we made really cool designs, like turning it into animals. You could add some little ears to turn it into a cat. I've seen kids do one with a yellow paper and make it Pokemon or Minecraft, cool themes like that. So be creative, use your imagination. If you look online and you Google origami corner bookmarks, there are lots of examples online that you can follow too. So just a fun little craft for you to do at the end of the year or over the summer while you are reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys.